Yeah, I'm already knowing. But yeah, that shit was desert when a nigga got there, and when they got through fucking over the real Egyptian and doing all that dumb shit, that shit turned right back to what it was before we left that bitch. Now y'all not digging up the souls of our motherfucking ancestors, or the ancestors of the Americas, or Ty Mary, nigga. That what the fuck going on. That what the fuck going on. That what the fuck y'all got going on. Why y'all just fuck my motherfucking live up like that? Fuck y'all just fuck my live. What up, D? They been brainstorming all day. I probably go down for JJ and drop this shit in a minute. Had to take me make me a little run. All that shit was desert, but the Sahara was a desert up to goddamn probably about 8 or 9,000 BC. That shit was never desert. Them Egyptians than us, bro. We went across that bitch, fucking around over that bitch, over the top of Morocco, and none of them niggas studying that land. Them niggas, they ain't know what to do with it. They want agricultural people. We took that agriculture over there and turned that desert into a motherfucker, into something prosperous. That's why that's how they get cradles of civilization. That's how we civilize them, with agriculture. Bringing some water to that shit and putting the right type soil on that motherfucker to be able to grow shit in nature. Our God is a God of nature. You're the sun. You're the sun. Every last one don't try to goddamn replace the sun with something, make themselves be just man, y'all niggas can't outdo the motherfucking sun, nigga. The sun gonna always be the top priority when it comes to energy, life. The fuck you talking about? This real life shit, but nigga don't want to talk real life. They gotta hold on to their religions and shit, but I ain't, y'all hold on to that shit. Keep following these motherfuckers. I'll never go back to that shit, because I know it's bullshit. Never, my nigga. I'm keep going this way. What way? Backwards. And you don't know you fit in the picture. You come in the middle of the movie, you lost. You lost. You gotta watch that shit all over again to get an understanding of what the fuck really happened in the movie. You come in the middle of that motherfucker. Nigga ain't finna press rewind for your ass. You gotta rewind that shit for yourself to get an understanding of this shit. All that shit was G. All that shit was desert. And they used to come in that motherfucker, start trying to steal the crops. Slide, you got niggas that slide up on a nigga, act like you like them and shit. Get up on them and see what they know. At the same time, they got to beat y'all ass by fucking that, by just saying where you got to put them little petties on them little dogs to come and fuck with the trash. You ain't gonna kill them, but you tap their ass. Let them know don't fucking with that. Pop, hit them with that little BB. Don't fuck with that trash. Hey, don't walk through them tomatoes like that. Granddad got on your head by walking through the garden the wrong way. You don't step over there like that. You walk down this way through here, and then you go all the way up and come back down. You want to get on the other side. You don't just cut through the goddamn garden, nigga. You don't just cut through the motherfucking garden. You got to be taught this shit. And we were teaching their ass. You know what I'm saying? We were teaching their ass. You feel me? And they want to come steal the crops before time. They doing little dumb shit. They don't know the plant seed. They don't know the seasons. We put the seasons in the sky and taught you. Look, that swan. That mean this. Then the winter solstice, we put it in the sky according to nature and taught y'all this shit. Then y'all fucked that up. And that's how all your religion started, all this shit. That's why you got all this shit in your structures and all this shit in your stories. But it go back to the original bloodline, which is us, nigga. We've been here way longer than everybody on this hoe. We the first one to civilize ourselves. And we in that area that we were born in, nigga, we were born in abundance. Children of God, dog. Hell no, I can't walk through the garden no any kind of way and all that old shit. And them bitches don't understand that shit. We taught them that shit and built structures over there. That multiplier shit. They got them little stellars over there. I can just see the little children from the America. They just go, just sell, just get on a little boat and just sell. That's how they play. How children just go play in the yard. How we used to just go play in the yard and make mud pies and dig in the dirt. Popsicle sticks running down the screen, just imagining shit. The babies probably went over there and started that shit while the other motherfucker was going navigating to that star and goddamn building structures and cultivating lands for these hoes. And everywhere they went, they started a cradle of civilization for these hoes. Then goddamn end up building a kingdom in the desert, in the Sahara Desert. We built a kingdom in that bitch, down in the valley. At the same time, we passing by them little black motherfucking, them little Mo niggas. Them little Mo niggas, they going across there fucking around with the motherfucking European. They going that way. And telling them motherfuckers, yeah, we got this and we got that. We dropping that shit off on the way, nigga. We passing by there and dropping that shit off on the way. Huh? And then when them motherfuckers finally went to war and started going against the true kingdom of Egypt, the motherfucking true Egyptians, us, they started reversing everything we had. They killed the crops. They started killing the crops. See, they started killing the crops first, and everything in the business, blow that up. What else they done did over here in this desert? What is this? Oh, they feeding off our water. Oh, the water running down from Ethiopia out of them hills, and they done tuned into the water to my gravitation. Now they done irrigated and tapped into the water in the highlands to make that shit drain down to the valley so they can grow them crops. Then y'all fucked up the irrigation system. Everybody else still got their trees that we planted on their shit. They still going, but y'all even fucked up the irrigation system and took the water. Like Trump just went to took that water from Golden Heights over there. So he going out there to take that water. They still don't want you to let you know the water is a great energy source and a great conductor of energy. They still won't say it because this they cap. But you got to know better because they went and built the Hoover Dam and said they're going to bring energy and electricity to the whole area, surrounding area. That's the importance of the Hoover Dam, the water. And they took them, they fucked the irrigation system up over there and went to blowing all that shit up and reversed everything them people had came and did and was prosperous with. And that shit turned right back into a motherfucking desert, the Sahara Desert. That's what the fuck going on, bro. What the fuck I stopped right here for? Oh, yeah. Yeah, hold up, D. My music won't even play. I don't know what the fuck I did. I don't know what the fuck I did to this shit. Why it's mad at me? I'm running here. Be right back, my nigga. I'm gonna pop this shit back out, look. I got some screenshots and shit I'm gonna pop off on their ass. Me teaching that bullshit, talking about some motherfucking goddamn Egypt is the babies of the Ethiopians. They don't look nothing like them hoes. So they start playing those Sahara black ass, blue black, not a head ass African. This they ain't on her. They just started the whole thing. The whole world against a nigga. Why we can't diversify ourselves and have different varieties of niggas over this hoe. I guess that's the Alabamian and the different states is our diversity, I guess. You know what I'm saying? We just a bunch of niggas. The whole nigga, these hoes ought to be ashamed of themselves. If they was in a way holding, my nigga, they'll give us something. They know what their ancestors done did, man. They know this shit. They made a nigga susceptible to this bullshit. I'd never be susceptible to the bullshit, especially without no pay. Without no goddamn pay. Got a nigga fucked up. Got a real nigga fucked up. I'm gonna spit this truth out there and leave this earth, bro. More and more, I'm gonna goddamn keep goddamn. That nigga, as we know the truth now, that nigga go hard. I don't think I hate to hear that nigga when he say planet. The horizon, yeah, it disappear up under the horizon, but that horizon is flat. That water is flat. The horizon gonna always be horizontal. That's why it's called the horizon, cause it's horizontal. Ain't no gravity bending no curve. Ain't no goddamn moon pulling on no water with no gravitational pull or none of that shit. The water gonna balance itself out. It's the leveler. That's how that shit go, my nigga. That's how that shit go. You know what water do? That's why I spell water L-E-V-E-L. That's how I spell water. Niggas say, how you spell water? I say L-E-V-E-L. See, look at that drainage system right there. Water flowing out there, bitch. Now it raining right there. That water gonna do zero. There ain't no gravity pulling that goddamn water through that little drainage hole right there. The water falling from the sky. And when it hits something, it's gonna keep running till it's goddamn, it's gonna seek containment. That's what water do. What water doing? It's seeking containment. That's what it's running for. It's running to seek containment. And once it finds its containment, it's gonna level itself out. And once it levels itself out within a contained area, it's gonna rise in levels. And them niggas went in there and fucked up them goddamn, them motherfuckers went in there and fucked up the irrigation system. They tore it all the way down to the core, bro. And that's why that shit turned back into desert. The Sahara is a goddamn desert. The whole top half of Africa is the Sahara Desert from one end to the end. And that bitch sit down in the valley so you can goddamn build an irrigation system together. Why all the civilizations is in river valleys. Because that's our culture. That's our culture. Sit down in the valley and you when you hit them irrigation, what is my gravity-fed irrigation system? Ain't no gravity-fed, nigga. Tapping into that water, and getting that water where the water won't evaporate. They make a system. They make a system where the water a hole, and then when that water get in there, it's gonna drain down. The waters are gonna drain down, and after they drain down so long, it's gonna cause a scream. Then all of a sudden, you're gonna have a river. We created a river over that bitch. Well, no, it was a desert. We created the valley. We created the river in that hole. They dried that bitch back up. On boss. You feel me? That what the fuck out, my nigga. On boss. On everything I love, that what the fuck out. I wanna got me a little six, man. Do me a little sipping, man. You done goddamn made a motherfucking big ass pound of goddamn 8 1/2 of this shit. She gonna kill me. You gonna eat all of it in one day? I'm gonna eat all of it in 1 hour. Fuck I'm gonna eat all of it in 1 hour, my nigga. But yo, I'm gonna pop back on. Oh, let me see if I get some of these motherfucking screenshots of this bitch. I'm going to how do. I'm gonna pop it back out. I'm gonna pop it back out on the air. Let me see what I can do. Cause I've been taking screenshots, just brainstorming. You know how I do this shit. They just cut my live off a little while ago. I don't know what the fuck. My live just went dead like that. Now why that shit do that? I was just in that bitch just asking. I was just really going and I went over in the look at them Egyptians, bro. But I don't really like using that shit. I like to use them Stella cause they be painting themselves. These folks ain't no fucking have. Look at ISIS, man. Look at it. Why they ain't use they Falcon? Why they goddamn using our shit? That's America. That's our shit. Everything we did, we used our own animals. They had to start converting that shit when niggas like, man, it's American shit. Look how they depict themselves, bro. You can look at a nigga and tell a nigga them Negro, bro. The lands along the 30th parallel north present a stark dual nature transition in a hyper-arid desert in some regions to fertile, intensely cultivated river valleys in others. Huh? That's what you do. You tell me that we cultivating desert lands for these niggas. This shit desert. Historically, indigenous population intentionally modify and engineer these diverse environments. The desert region in areas like the America Southwest, Arizona, and New Mexico, and North Africa. Huh? That way easy bad. The climate is predominantly arid desert. Indigenous cultures such as the Hohokam, I don't give a fuck who that is, Fuck who you talking about. I know who did it. Fuck you. Massively cultivated these planes, because you ain't gonna do it ancient time. You gonna put yourself in there. By constructing, what this shit say? By constructing and sophisticated canal system to river water. I can't see because y'all typed in there too. I can't see it. To cultural fields. Desert field, bro. See what I'm talking about? Desert fields, bro. That they cultivated into motherfucking using that irrigation system. Using the irrigation systems to tap into the water that's falling out that sky, that's gonna run down off the mountain and tap into that. I got the screenshot how this shit got this shit go. And that what the fuck happened, bro. That shit was desert when we got there, and they made sure that shit was desert when we left, and now they still living off what the fuck we left there. They still digging up a grape right now. The cultivated in regions like Mesopotamia, Iraq, and the lower Mississippi River Valley, the landscape consists of incredibly fertile floodplains. Ancient civilizations leveraged these natural water systems to pioneer intense agriculture, managing seasonal foods to sustain large populations and build monumental earthworks, nigga. That's who your people is, my nigga. That's who your people is, my nigga. You feel? With that being said, man, I'm gonna get about this. I'm gonna pop back on here with this shit. I'm gonna do it when I feel like it. I got to get about the rain right now. Yeah, I got to get myself about the rain right now. I got the windshield wiper going a mile a minute in real life. But truth don't need no help, bro. Yeah, and I can look at a white man and tell a white man. I can look at a European and tell a European. I can look at a European so-called Arab, tell him. I can look at a goddamn dark-skinned Arab like Nip and tell them. I can tell an Arab from a nigga, dog. Yeah, with my own eyes. I can look at an Oriental and see an Oriental. I can look at a Melanesian. I can look at all that shit with my own eyes and say, oh, that's what that is. That's what that is. Oh, that's a nigga right there. Oh, that's a real nigga right there. That's an African right there. That's an African nigga. You know that nigga African. I can see this shit. So in ancient time, you think they got it on the wall. You can see this shit. You can see this shit. We talking about further than that, my nigga. Fuck a whole coma. I ain't trying to feed off into that shit. I got what I wanted out your ass. Cultivating desert require reversing soil, degradation, and establishing a self-sustaining water cycle, a process often called greening the desert. Greening the desert. The same way they started them self-made islands, man-made island shit. Today, how they do that shit? We the pioneers of all this shit, bro. Here are the essential steps to transform arid land into productive soil. Water harvesting and managing earthworks and swells. Look, dig trenches and mounds on contour lines to slow down spread of scarce rainwater into the ground rather than letting it evaporate and cause flash floods. So you got to understand that, nigga, we bringing soil, seeds, soil, and everything else that's needed in these desert areas to cultivate these areas, bro. We bringing soil across this bitch on motherfucking boats, bro. Been doing this shit. Been on the water, nigga. This was the fuck we did. We had to be doing this to goddamn go and make that desert goddamn prosperous like it was. Then they show irrigation systems all inside them temples and there. Dr. Bean was in that bitch showing they had showers, toilets, all that shit. The fuck that we did all that shit and y'all hated like that on a nigga? Y'all wasn't studying that desert, but it was y'all little land though. Y'all came down out the highlands and came down there to fuck with them Egyptians and fucked them over. After learning, you might have killed them and tried to learn it yourself and fuck it up. I don't know. After learning little shit. But you went against them. Exile, you want them out of there because they the Hebrew. That's where the Paleo-Hebrew language comes from. These people, they the Hebrew. Not the Israelite, but the Hebrew. and told them to get the fuck on. So some went one way, some went this way. That's how they end up over what they call Canaan. The Phoenicians bloodline. They the Sidonians. So they got to keep us in there to keep the story alive, because they got to have an excuse to how the fuck y'all just turned this. Just like the step pyramid of Saqqara. The step pyramid of Saqqara. It's in tune with, it's lined up with Saqqara, American Falcon. That's all shit. Ain't nobody just went over there and just, them niggas ain't came down out of being comfortable with whatever the fuck they doing out there and went in no desert and just built no motherfucking pyramid without the technology to know how to do so. The mound builders built that goddamn step pyramid of Saqqara. Huh? I told you, Dr. Ben said one thing that caught my ear. He said that Memphis had a connection to Memphis, Tennessee. He said that, but he had an Afrocentric point of view, but he said that. And now they try to make it seem like they just did that, in remembrance of all that. Nah. We went over there and built Egypt, bro. Them Egyptians are Americans, bro. Them are motherfucking people, bro. And we got some more people owned up in that bitch, probably all the way up to Golden Heights. We goddamn Trump when he took that water in 2017, when he took that water from the Palestinians. I had started saying I ain't believe in Canaanites. The Canaanites are the Phoenicians, which are the Sidonians, would come out of the motherfucking Mississippi Valley, out of Sidon in Mississippi in ancient times. That's how that shit go. That shit was desert when we got there, and y'all dumbass fucked with them Egyptians, the first kingdom. Y'all, we went to war with y'all hoes, and then y'all come with the new kingdom, nigga. Then y'all come with the dynastic periods, nigga. That's how that shit went. Y'all killed our bloodline all over this motherfucking world, nigga. Y'all killed our motherfucking bloodline all over this world after we cultivated lands and gave you motherfuckers cradles of civilization. We civilized the world for y'all to come back in and try to reverse the story and say y'all ran up on some motherfucking savages, but y'all ran up in. Y'all finally got a chance. Y'all ran up into the Garden of Eden, goddamn his paradise, which is paradise, and that's when y'all start writing y'all mythological shit about some real shit, because we had them golden apples, and that's what it was about, that golden apple. Y'all finally got the key to the West, the West Keys, the Florida Keys, the keys to the West. Y'all finally got them little moles to turn in and navigate y'all bitch ass over here to the West. And then y'all start saying y'all had the keys to the West. That's why they love Key West today. They got the keys to the West. And they got the keys to all our information that we had wrote down on that hemp. We had our motherfucking records. But now our records is owned by somebody from the North. These so-called Brits. These so-called Brits got all our catalogs, and they split all that shit up with the Vatican. That's why some of our shit is in the Vatican and some of our shit is in Great Britain. And them motherfuckers got our shit. And now they do all the recording and talking for the West, because we was enslaved, beat down on our own land, and they started a new world order where we can't speak for ourselves, and we don't even supposed to ever find this type shit out. But nigga, we the oldest motherfucking civilization on earth, nigga. And we civilized the motherfucking world, nigga. That's what the fuck happened. That's what the fuck happened. And niggas don't even much give a fuck. Shade that's doing harvest, use physical barriers to reduce evaporation. Use physical barriers to reduce evaporation and trap atmospheric moisture to create water. Soil building, heavy mulching, covering up the ground with organic matter, straws, wood chips, leaves to lower the soil temperature, retain moisture, and prevent erosion. Turning the motherfucking desert into cultivated lands, bro. Oh, I got one to say, what that motherfucker by train. I got all that shit. We're going to go through all these screenshots. Man, pop me up. We're going to go through all these screenshots. I am. You know how I do it. When I feel like it. When I feel like it, where my keys at? When I feel like it. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like it right now, for real. That's what I've been doing all day. I was listening to my nigga. That nigga stimulate a nigga mind like a motherfucker. Nigga stimulate a nigga mind like a motherfucker. But it was going on. This how you goddamn cultivate a land right here. Tolerate tree. Let's just say tolerate tree first established a canopy. The canopy creates a cooler, more humid microclimate underneath, shielding delicate vegetables and shrubs from the harsh desert sun. Yeah. Plant dense rows of trees on the perimeter to block heat. That's why they got them palm trees over there. They palm trees indigenous to the Americas. They went and took palm trees, all kind of shit over there. Then they would start writing their story, this dragon in the Draco constellation, all of a sudden he's guarding the golden apples. That's why he got the Eastern Stars, the Order of the Eastern Stars, the OS mean West. That's why they sit in the West over here. They indoctrinated into a system. They perpetuating us not never knowing what the fuck going on. They part of this shit and don't even know it, bro. Our own people. The keys to the motherfucking West. They said we got the keys, now we finally got the homeland. Now we got the motherland of these bitches. We finally got to where these bitches come from. Mississippi Valley. We down in this bitch now. The keys to the West. Key West. And that's when they went there and enslaved us with them goddamn pistols and shit. These hoes got goddamn hand grenades and pistols and all kind of shit. And beat your ass down on your own land. And that British said, look, we brought your ass across that water from Africa. That's your bloodline over there. Yeah. Then they get it thinking, damn, my mama had to get fucked by a white man for me to be light skinned. See, I've been fucked up in here. I've been trying to figure this shit out. Got me fucked up. Nigga, we ain't no motherfucking African. We been over here, ain't never went nowhere. We traveled out, but we been here and ain't never been nowhere. We been here the whole time. This the holy land right here. This the garden over here. That's why we're agriculture type people. Yeah, that's why you know by nature how to walk through that garden. Granddad already told me, go back in that back, boy. I got my, he grow that reef in the back of the garden. That shit be sitting up high to the motherfucker. Police be riding by there. You got to cut that shit down. I remember them days. He had about five rows of marijuana plants behind the tomatoes and behind the motherfucking peppers and all that shit. Pop got the marijuana growing in the back of that hole. You hear me? Police come out, hey, Mr. Woman, you gotta cut that down. You know what I'm saying? They come out and give him a little warning. Now that shit getting a little high back there. Yeah, that shit in the back of the garden, nigga. And great granddaddy did the same thing. Great grandma did the same thing. Fig trees, all that shit. Same thing. And great grandma did the same thing. Great grandma did the same thing. This is our culture, nigga, that be agriculture. We the green thumb. They don't respect none of this shit. They come and upset the farms and everything. Raise war on the farm. We gonna feed you bitches. We gonna make a money system. The money is the goddamn earth. The resources in the earth. Y'all niggas got us fucked up. I nigga, we went and cultivated a motherfucking delta for the old. Look at this shit. That whole shit up that desert. 10,000 BC desert. 9,000 BC desert. 8,000 BC. Niggas started going in there fucking with that shit. Us, we started going in there fucking around in the desert in the bottom of their land. They don't give a fuck about this shit. They don't give a fuck. Ethiopia and Eritrea right there where that grass started over there. In the Horn of Africa, that's them over there. All that shit desert, bro. The whole North Africa is desert, bro. Until we get to that bitch. And start doing what we do. You see how that goddamn shit running around to you, and they got that Delta region right there by Mount Sinai right there. The Delta, that's all, we did that shit all the way across this hole. All the way across this bitch. And got down in that valley right there and sat in and started goddamn doing big boy shit. These the Congos right here. Where the green shit at. That green center right there where it's real dark, that the Congos. They got them people down there enslaved right now. They got goddamn Yokohama ties, motherfucking Goodyear ties. They were the blimp and the guards come in at. They took all the land from these goddamn there, and these motherfuckers Africans don't give a fuck. They breaking bread with these hoes. These Africans don't give a fuck about you. The Middle Easterns don't give a fuck about you. The North most definitely don't give a fuck about you. The whole world don't give a fuck about us, bro. But we taught them all this shit. They supposed to be bowing their head and thanking us. But they thank us by imitating us and taking our shit all the time. got to keep their foot on our neck. I don't give a fuck about no nigga, man. To this day, y'all feel it when y'all walk around the streets, man. Y'all don't goddamn feel relieved till you get to the house. You got that motherfucker, you got the shield on when you in the streets, cause you know, man, bitch don't like me for real. You kiki ha ha with them bitches, but bitch, I know you don't like me good. Well, I don't like you, nigga. I don't like you, nigga. Cause I know, bitch, you don't mean me no good if it pop off. I know that. If it pop off, bitch, you don't mean me no good. By nature, you don't mean me no good. And you show the world that. And so we goddamn made that land prominent and made it goddamn prosperous and all that shit. They coming in trying to steal the crops. They trying to steal the corn. They stealing the crops. Before time, bitch, it ain't time for the harvest yet, bitch. We gonna give y'all some of this shit. Matter of fact, we finna come over there and show you how to do it on your own land, bitch. Show you how to grow. You wanna buy some of these seeds? Tilt your land and do the shit. Coming in and fucking with the crops for a bitch. We gotta spank you about that. Shit, I got to spank about that when I was a baby. I know I got to spank your ass for fucking with these crops, nigga. This nature, nigga. This how we live, nigga. This agriculture. This our culture, nigga. You fucking around. This shit here God sent, nigga. This shit ain't goddamn harvest until that goddamn see them stars in that sky right there. See, we got a season for this shit. You see that swan right there? That's a swan. You see that triangle right there? That nigga, you see that right there? That's what we go by there. We go by these stars there. You don't come do none of that shit until time, to the season time. You don't fuck with this shit, nigga. They coming trying to steal the crops and shit. Warring against these hoes. They warring against nature. Warring against God's people. Then take that story and turn all that shit into a religion and put something in front of the sun beside the sun. Every last one do the same thing. Try to hide the sun and put a goddamn deity on the sun. The sun don't need no damn deity. The sun is the sun. Got me fucked up. Mm-hmm. They went there close to the Sahara transition into a desert we know today between 3,500 and 3,000 BC. Okay. That's good. But we ain't gonna worry. I'm gonna get about this bitch. I'm finna get the fuck about this hoe. Go scratch out, man. These hoes got nigga fucked up. That what happened, D. Them goddamn Egyptians are bloodline, bro. Them Egyptians are Americans, bro. From Mary, bro. That what the fuck going on. And they were fighting against Africans, Arabs, and them little Oriental, all them original Asians are Oriental. The North, the East, and the South went against the West. And the Western Plateau is the treatest shit ever. And we got the greatest story ever. And I'm going to tap in and I'm going to goddamn drop this shit and cuss their ass out every time I feel like it and tell my people some real shit. That's what the fuck I'm going to do. The truth don't need no motherfucking help. Nigga, it ain't going to bend, break no motherfucking fold. I said, bam.